Hello, welcome. Let me go ahead and mute. Welcome. How are you guys? I hope everyone's having an amazing day. Welcome to day 2 of how to hit your first 100K in your business. So I'm so excited to have you guys here. Go ahead and drop a hashtag live if you're catching this live, and drop a hashtag replay if you are catching this on the replay. So we are getting into day 2's training, and this is going to be incredible. So make sure you guys stay with me. I'm going to be taking you through the journey that I've been on to have success in my business. All right, so today we're going to be focused on audience building. This has helped me so much in being able to hit those consistent 10K, 20K, and even 30K months in my business. So I'm super excited to have you all here. One of the things for me is time freedom. As you can see, my amazing family pictured here. I want a business that's going to give me the time freedom to do what I need to do, pick my kids up from school, spend quality time with them. And this is what I live for. You can see here that I've taken some time off to take my boys to the beach in this photo here during the week. So it's not like I have to be stuck at a 9 to 5 by running my coaching business. I have the time freedom that I desire in my business. So for those of you guys who would want to hop onto the Zoom, feel free to. We are on live at meetwithstar.com on Zoom. I'll drop it in the chat. And if not, then you can go ahead and just continue watching here. So you can see that my boys, they're my everything. And so I'm able to do what I want to do with them through that time freedom that I've built in creating this amazing business that I've created in the coaching space. So I want you to stay with me. If you didn't catch yesterday's training, it was amazing. We talked about your ideal client and the offer. So if you need to catch the replay, send me a DM. I'll definitely tag you in that replay or send it over your way so you can check it out. I want to make sure that you're selling to the right people and that you're actually selling something that's going to make money in your business. So that's what we covered yesterday. We're going to be talking about audience building today. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about content creation. A lot of people don't know how to create content that's going to bring in the cash, bring in the income. And we're also going to be talking about hitting the 10K mark, your sales process for your business, okay? So what can you do in your business to make sure that you have a solid system to generate sales and make the income you desire? Welcome, Don. Great to have you on. So I want to share the end result. If you follow these steps, which are what my clients do, you get to have amazing results. You can see my client here had a small audience, very, very small email list. Her group was about 50 to 60-ish members. She had one client at the time. We revamped her offer, her audience grew to 6,000 members. So remember, I talk about building a Facebook community, why it's important to your business, how you can have a lead generation system that's going to bring leads into your business every single day. And this is the amazing power of Facebook groups. Not only was she able to build her Facebook community with leads, she was also able to grow her email list. Email list is so crucial because if Facebook were to lock you out, shut you down, some of you guys may know my story. I've lost my Facebook account twice now. I still have my list, right? You still have a list of people that you can sell to. She was able to work with me on creating a magnetic offer. She closed 13 clients, a week later, 26. Now, how many of you guys would like incredible results like that? Imagine enrolling 13 people and 26 people raising their hands, wanting to buy from you. Imagine how incredible and amazing that would feel. But there's things that go into play here. And today we're going to be talking about one of them, which is the audience. So we will talk about the offers. They have to be magnetic, but you need people to sell to. Some of you guys may feel like you have an amazing offer already, but you're not selling it because you have no one to sell it to. So that's why you're here today. So let me check in the comments over here. I feel like I have 2 new comments coming in. Okay, great to have you on, Gia and Tina. Thanks for being here. So don't forget that I am giving away some prizes. So we will give away a Starbucks, Amazon gift cards, as well as 6-figure Facebook groups for CEOs and a scholarship inside of your first 10K Academy. So stay with us for the entire training. Make sure you're engaged. And please, guys, ask questions. I'm here to support you. I do not mind answering your questions and coaching you on today's call. So just as a recap for yesterday, if you did not see that training, I highly recommend that you check it out. We talked about, identifying what your niche should be, and I'm sorry, let me rephrase. I'm like looking at that screen in this one. The best niches that you can select to actually have income coming in. And these are the money space, the health space, and the relationship space. I know a few people dropped a comment for guide. They wanted a guide for 200 niches. So if you're struggling with your niche, I can send you that guide that you can look at for more ideas. So I know we have a few people still waiting on that. We're going to get that out later today. So if you need that guide, just let us know and we will send that your way. So today we're going to be talking about hitting your first 100K in your business. Yes, you get to have a 6-figure business, and we're really focused on that audience building today. So in order for you to sell your products and services, you need to get in front of an audience. Now, I built my own audience to sell to. I did this with no upfront costs, no investments. I did not run Facebook ads. A lot of people are like, oh, Star, did you run ads to grow your community? I did it all organically for free, highly targeted, okay? And this is what I want you to focus on as well. Welcome to the training, Tina. Great to have you on. So when should you start building an audience? I was just talking to a couple today about their audience. And the funny thing is, for me, I knew that I was going to eventually go into coaching, and I created this Facebook community, but I wasn't 100% sure what my offer was going to be, but I did have a roundabout idea of who my niche was going to be. So I started that group right away. So if you don't have a Facebook community, if you're afraid to start one, I highly recommend that you just get going on the Facebook community. You can make changes to the group as needed later. But having an audience, right, allows you to earn trust. When people know who you are and they see you and they learn about you and your offers and the way that you coach and you support people, whatever your services may be, you get to earn that trust. Not only that, you establish yourself as the expert. So when someone is looking for, I need someone to help me lose weight, I need someone to save my marriage, you want to be top of mind. You don't want them thinking about all the other coaches out there that you're competing with. You want to be the expert that they see. So you get to generate this amazing community around you that's filled with value while you set yourself up as that expert and you build that trust. Now, I like to talk about celebrity status. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. Just checking on the comments. Now, you already should have, if you have an offer of value, right? That's great. You get to bring that to market and sell it. If you don't, you can work on that in time. Building a reputation does take time though. And you want to make sure that you're visible. You want people to continue to see you. So what I see a lot of people doing is they may go live, they may post, and then they stop. Then they come back. Your audience just started to follow another person who's doing what you do, and you didn't show up for weeks. They don't even remember who you are, okay? Facebook is very saturated. That's why you want to bring people to your world, into your group, so that you're seen as that actual celebrity. Having a Facebook community allows you to grow, reflect, expand, and deepen the knowledge of your followers, okay? Not only that, but here's a quick tip that I like to give people. You get to invite guest experts to your community. I do this, right? I have some interviews in my group. If you scroll down, you'll see them. I'm still seen as the expert because I'm interviewing my guest speaker. My guest speaker is providing value to my audience, but at the same time, I'm the one leading that actual interview process. So if you're someone who's new to actually showing up, being on camera, running a community, go ahead and invite some guest experts. You don't want these to be people that compete with you though, right? You want them to be complementary of your services. Bring them in. You do not have to think about anything. You get to ask them 5 questions or so, and you're done in 30 minutes. You can make a pitch. You can let them make a pitch to your audience as well. But now You're getting in front of them and you're making that offer. Okay, so you want to be known as the celebrity in your community. You want to be known as the person who offers value. You want to be visible and you want to help your community. So I want to talk about Facebook business pages because a lot of people get confused about the three things, right? We have a personal profile. That is not your page. People like to call it my Facebook page. Your Facebook business page is literally a business card. It's a business card. It gets very little reach. You do need one because if I were talking to you and I wanted to learn more about you, right? I may go look at your Facebook business page just to see what you're about. So it does serve as that business card. And in the future, if you want to run ads, you do need to have a Facebook business page. So I would definitely set that up. However, that has nothing to do with your Facebook group or community. I'm going to also give you another tip today. I do not link my business page with my Facebook group. Okay, so I have a personal profile that I use to generate my business. Operate my business and generate leads. I funnel my leads into my Facebook community. Okay, so those are three separate things. And then I have the Facebook business page. I do not connect my Facebook business page to my Facebook group. And I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people do this. You can connect your Facebook business page to your group, and you personally, as your personal profile, can operate as the admin of your group, as can your business page. A lot of coaches will tell you to do that. I've tested the system. Now, right now, we get anywhere between 50 to 100 people a day. We even have some days where we get 300 people joining our Facebook community. That is all organic. Facebook is literally marketing my Facebook group for free. They are showing my group to people every single day, and that's what I want for you. When I link my Facebook business page to my group, guess what happens? My group is not recommended nearly on the level as it is when I manage the group just from my personal profile. So that's a quick tip that I teach my clients inside of my Facebook groups program and inside of my academy. So make sure you guys take notes on that. Okay, so have the business page, but do keep it separate. Now let's talk about that personal profile. How are you leveraging your personal profile in your business right now? Okay. Some people will teach you to build your audience on your personal profile, but that is limiting. And here's the deal. You get to have 5,000 friends on your personal profile, right? But that's it. You can only have 5,000. My Facebook group has 75,000. We're celebrating 75,000 women in there today. We were at 74,000 yesterday. So you can see here how, yes, you have that personal profile. Yes, I want you to use it in your business. I teach my clients how to use it, but I want you to work on building your community as well, your Facebook group, so that you can eventually get to more than 5,000. Many of my clients have groups of 10,000 members. Now, with that being said, you can make money with a small group, okay? So even if you have 1,000 members or 2,000 members, you can still have a $10,000 monthly business. I want to be very clear about that. But the point of the matter is that I want you to learn how to bring in leads consistently to your business, ongoing, every day. So let me check the comments. Trust is the most important aspect of any type of marketing. It starts with your integrity, especially when you're dealing with marketing online. Absolutely, totally agree with that. Thanks so much for sharing. So focus on your personal profile, ladies, but also I want you to focus on that Facebook group as well as being your place for growth and lead generation. Now, how many of you guys would love for Facebook to show your group to people and you just have people knocking at your door to join your group every single day? Wouldn't that be incredible? Now, you know how some of you guys hate the DMs. You can't stand the DMs. It's sleazy, it's slimy. Well, guess what? Now you've got people saying, hey, I'm interested. I want to learn more about you and your services. And they're requesting to join your group. You now get to have organic conversations in the DMs that are no longer sleazy and slimy because they've said yes, they're interested in learning more about how you can support them. This is the power of Facebook groups, okay? So That unlimited reach that I talked about, having a community of 75,000, some of my clients have groups of 5,000 and even 10,000 members as well now. And so they have leads coming in all the time. They're super excited. So Tina says, I have my profile on professional mode for people to follow me. Okay, Tina, great. So we want to make sure that you're also having a Facebook community, Tina, that you can funnel those people to. One of the reasons is because I want you to grow your email list. So if something happens to your personal profile or Facebook shuts you down, or let's suppose like Facebook goes out of business, or it's one of those platforms that people no longer want to be on, we have your email list. We get to take your people with you wherever you want to be. Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk about now, is those raving fans. When I started my coaching business, I had a launch of a very low ticket offer, and I got 60 people enrolled in that. Now, how do you think I did that? By having raving fans. How did I develop raving fans? Because they came to my community, they got to see me, they got to learn from me, they got to see what I was doing with my life and in my business. They trusted me because I became that authority, right? When you have a Facebook group, you get instant authority. And I'm going to tell you why. At the top, your name, next to your name says admin. Do you know what that admin means to people? That means you're the go-to person in the community. They automatically trust you. It's like a badge. It's literally a badge, and people respect you. That's another reason you want a Facebook group. You're automatically an authority, and then you also continue to build that authority over time when you show up by having a community and building close connection. So inside of my Facebook group, pretty much all my clients have come from my Facebook group. Almost all of them have. A couple, maybe from Instagram and different things like that, but majority of them have come from my Facebook group. How many people in my group also have built connections with other people and received clients as well, right? So it's a place for your people to connect as well. And even if you're not a business coach and you have, let's say that you work with parents of autistic children, for example, a lot of times they don't have other people that they can connect with and that they can relate to. They want a place that they can go and actually communicate with others and build a relationship and have that connection. And then the Facebook group also allows you to build your other platforms. So now you get to take people from Facebook and say, hey, follow me on Instagram, right? We have IG follow threads in my group. Or you can do a post, listen to my podcast, watch my YouTube. So now you're also building your other platforms very simply by leveraging Facebook, that community. And then lastly, I want to talk about list building. So right here, you see I have 19,000 emails. Right now, we have about 24,000 email addresses. I got to build my own audience to sell, and that was done with no upfront costs, like I said, no investment, no ads. People pay so much money to build their email list. You get to do this for free with a Facebook group. Leads come in, they opt in, you deliver that product or service or whatever freebie you want to give to them. But then guess what? You get to nurture them by education and value, content that you're pushing out to your email list. But you also get to sell to your email list. You now get to sell your offers. So we will send out emails to people about our offers and people will purchase them. So this is the power of having a Facebook community. So do you kind of see now why it's so important for you to have a Facebook group, right? You get to quickly build a group of buyers and you get to start getting sales in your business. Facebook groups expand your organic reach. Like I said, for me, with my Facebook group, there's a little, if you guys are on social media and you're scrolling on Facebook, you're going to see little groups pop up, recommended groups. They're going to say, when you're in a group, they'll say, we recommend these groups to you. That is free marketing. People spend thousands of dollars on ads to get that. Now, you do have to put an effort for Facebook to recommend your group. That's why I work with my clients on helping them grow their community to a certain point on their own and keeping that group highly engaged. Once you get to that point, Facebook's going to start showing your group to people, and they do it on a basis of like, okay, well now she's got this many people. We see that it's active. We're going to show it to X number of people. And you'll see that that number starts to go up and up the bigger your group gets and the more engaged your community is. So there are factors that do go into that. So you want to get those people joining in for free. That's that organic reach that you get. That's the power of Facebook groups. There's no other platform really doing that. Facebook groups is a direct line to your audience. So right now I'm going live in my Facebook group. People are going to catch this live on the replay. People are going to be interested. People are going to buy my offers and services because they get to see my content. Sometimes people need to see your things multiple times. What better way to do that than for them to see you and your offers inside of your community? And again, it's a great place for you to nurture, like we had someone say here, MVP Custom. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what your first name is, but you really spoke about that integrity and that being important to you, right? And to your followers. That's what you get to do with a Facebook group, is you get to nurture them. Now, Gia has a question that came in. How did you get people to join your Facebook group? So I do teach the strategy of having a funnel from your personal profile to your community. And we also manually invite people to our group as well. So people get to say yes or no, they want to join the community. And that's why it's very important for you to be clear on who your niche is and who your target audience is. So my people know, is this a place for me to be or not? That should be very, very clear. Okay, so that's the power of Facebook groups, right? We want you to be very clear on not being afraid, because I know I met with a lady and she said that her coach shut down her Facebook group. Her coach said Facebook groups were very overwhelming and told them not to have a Facebook community. I'm here to tell you it is not overwhelming. And if you have a group and you're not growing your community, you need to be focused on growing that community. Because like I said, you want to hit the Facebook algorithm. So you have to put in the work in the beginning of that time frame, then you hit the algorithm, and then Facebook does the work for you. But nothing is going to be easy and free in life, right? You do have to put in that upfront work to get your group growing. So yes, Gia, we invite people, and then we also build a personal profile funnel to our community. So why do people join Facebook groups? Well, one of the main reasons is they want to learn. So I'm sure if you think about why you're in the top 3 to 5 groups you're in Facebook, on Facebook, why are you there, right? Facebook groups is a great place for you to share information. And also people in the community are usually willing to help. So like if there's a question, somebody may ask a question about their business in my group, people will jump in and answer that question. And chances are, if one person has a question about something, there's more people who have the same challenges as well. So you get to share your knowledge. One of the things you can do is when people come into your Facebook group, you can ask them, what are you looking to learn from this community, from being in this community? When you ask that question, people are going to actually give you a response. And you get to leverage this for content creation. And we're going to get into content creation in great detail tomorrow. So make sure you come to tomorrow's training. But now you have topics to talk about that your people want to hear about, right? So they're going to be coming to hear and learn. The other thing is people want to socialize. Like I was saying, if your ideal avatar has a specific pain point, right? They don't just want to go to the whole world and say, hey, I have this struggle. They want to be in a confidential setting where they get to socialize with people who can relate to their problems, who are maybe having success. And so you really want to create that experience for your people inside of your Facebook groups. Okay, so back in the days, people would be social offline, but now they get to have that community setting, which Facebook has created for us to be able to have that. So if you don't have support in your local area for something, or you don't have colleagues or friends who have experience in helping you with stuff, and even as a business owner, oftentimes people don't understand the struggles of an entrepreneur, right? You might want to be in a group where other like-minded women are. Now you get to go to Facebook, enter Facebook. Joining groups is so important for socialization, for whatever your problems might be, even to celebrate if you've overcome something. And then networking is so important, right? So networking allows you to really connect with your leads, to get buyers into your business, to make friends. I've made some incredible, amazing connections being online in the past 2 years. So I've helped clients succeed, but I've also made some amazing friends as well. So it's a really great place for you to network. So you're not struggling like, oh, do I have to run ads? How do I get leads or business offline? You get to do that in your Facebook community. Okay, so Why do you need a Facebook group to grow your coaching business or your consulting business? Okay, so the coaching industry has exploded. Okay, you can see here that they've done $11.6 billion in 2020 alone, just in 2020. So a lot of people are like, well, Facebook is saturated or the coaching industry is saturated. Well, it is saturated, but you also have 10 million groups on Facebook. You have about 2 billion people logging into Facebook every single month. You have over 1 billion people logging into Facebook every single day, okay? So I want you to tap into the power of Facebook groups. I want you to leverage this as one of your best strategies to grow your coaching or your consulting or service-based business. There are buyers out there. There are buyers for you. Just because you feel that it's saturated, there's enough people to go around. And that's where people get stuck in their head. It's like, oh, well, I'm competing with, Susan down the street and Sally and all of these people. Build your community. Have your audience in front of you. There's enough people to go around for you to have a successful coaching business. Now let's talk about your group. So remember I was talking about this earlier where I said that Facebook will start to recommend your group to people. If your group is not engaged, they're not going to recommend your group. So what are some things that you can do to keep your group engaged? Or maybe you have a Facebook group right now, but you're like, Star, it's not performing really well. Well, I want you to go and implement different strategies and test things with your audience because everybody's group is a little bit different. So I would highly recommend that you do pin posts and guides. So if you do any live trainings or you have any posts that have gone viral or that you think is very important or educational for your community, pin it to the top of your group and you can change those pins in and out. You could do welcome posts and welcome emails. So anytime people join the group, we do a welcome post. You can check my post out. We offer freebies. We sell. People actually click the links and buy those products as well. So we get to make them feel, warm. And then you can also ask them to comment something below or share their business below or share their struggle below or share their win below or whatever it is related to your niche. Again, we're getting people to comment on that post. So you're keeping that group engaged. Also like prompts. So we have prompts, sometimes we'll post like any type of a post that will go viral could be like share your Instagram or share your Facebook business page or share your best recipe or share how you lost weight. Anything that your audience would like to know more about or they want to brag about, create a way for them to do that. Of course, we want to be teaching. So you can teach through written content, but you can also teach through video. And I have a client who does audio, like she'll record audio as well. So you can also do that. So again, we want to create a way for the audience to be engaged with you. Okay, so another thing is polls and questions. So you can drop a poll to ask them, what do they want to learn or what do they feel or whatever questions you may have. Again, we're just giving them a way to engage in our community and stay in our Facebook group. You can do funny posts as well. So it doesn't always have to be so business. There's so much about their pain points. There's so much about their desires or their dream state, but you can throw little fun things in there just to mix it up now and then. And also motivational quotes. So one of my clients' Facebook group does really, really well with motivational quotes. So her community is always engaging with those motivational quotes. It'll just be an image, but I don't want you to fall in the trap of just only doing motivational quotes. That's not the point here. The point is for you to make money and get sales. Remember, I want you to get them commenting and liking and hearting in your community so that Facebook sees that. So that's why we're kind of mixing these strategies in there. They may not be super important to you, but they're important for Facebook to start showing your content to people and recommending your group. Facebook Lives. So how many of you guys are afraid to do Facebook Lives? Are you afraid to do lives? No? Okay, awesome. So Facebook Lives really sets you up as the authority. I know when I first started my Facebook group, I did Facebook Lives pretty frequently, weekly almost, and people really connected with me. They get to know you, they get to know your personality. And for full transparency, you're not for everyone, but you will call in those people that you are for. And a lot of people will DM me and be like, oh my God, Star, I loved your live training today. You really touched me or you inspired me or I got so much value from that. And so we want to keep showing up because again, it's so saturated. The market is so saturated. You want to stay top of mind. And we have to have multiple touch points for people to buy. So people may have to see you 15, 20 times before they decide, hey, you know, I'm ready to buy her thing. And yeah, you are going to get a handful of people that buy from you instantly as well. But we'll get into that when we talk about the sales process next week. Also, it's a good idea for you to respond to comments, especially where your group is brand new. Respond to the comments and keep them very engaged so they feel like, oh, you know, Dawn just commented with me. She's so cool. She responded to my comment. I really like her. You know, she's always interacting with me. And then you also want to post at the right time. So inside of your Facebook group, there's going to be analytics, and it's going to tell you like the days of the week that your group is most active and the time that they're most active. So if you're going to do a Facebook Live, or you're going to do a value post, something that's super important, and again, we'll talk about content tomorrow, you might want to know when you should be posting that. And that will change from week to week and month to month as well. So definitely be checking the analytics inside of your Facebook group if you don't. So Tabitha says you love doing lives. Gia, so are you saying you're afraid to do lives, or you do like to do them? And I will say, we talked a little bit about this briefly yesterday, but just taking that imperfect action and just being consistent with your lives, even if you have to start with 5-minute lives, just do it. People need to know you. If they don't see you and know you, they're not going to buy from you. I can tell you that. But if you're like, oh, I like, people tell me like, oh, Star, I see you online all the time. I don't know how you do it. I mean, and I do teach my clients ways to kind of make it less stressful. But oh, you're afraid. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to have to take that action, Gia, and you are just going to have to go live. So like I said, usually you guys see me with a little beautiful pink chair behind me, right? But I shared a little bit about that yesterday. So I focused on my background, what it looked like. I also usually go live from a professional camera, but I'm on Zoom today, so I'm not using that camera. So anything that you can do to make your background feel like more professional and in a way that you like surrounding yourself by colors that you like, that's going to help you naturally, with the way that you feel, right? Also, that imposter syndrome, you've got to get over that. So that's why yesterday we talked about, you know, what is your niche? And we looked at the Ikigai, right? When you looked at Ikigai, we went over your strengths, your passion, your education, your background and what people come to you for. If you know that people always come to you for this, and you know you're educated on the topic, that should help you to overcome your imposter syndrome. So I would just pick 4 core topics that you could talk about and just go live and rotate those topics. You're just going to have to take that action and start doing it, Gia. I will tell you, when you start going live, people are going to be interested in you and your services. So definitely work on that. Okay. So again, like I was saying, post at the right time as well. That's really going to help you in your group to hit the algorithm. So Tina says that she's not afraid, but she's a social introvert and camera shy unless I'm in the moment of happiness. Yeah, Tina, I would say that that's very much my personality, I would say. So I'm definitely an introverted person. I'm definitely camera shy. And so I did hire a video coach as well to help me. And she helped me with setting up my background. For me, I wear bright lipstick. A lot of people are afraid to do that, but anything that you can do to make yourself feel better is what you should do to go live. If some people go live with a pom-pom because that's their personality. Hey, welcome, right? Anything that you can do to build that excitement within yourself is what I recommend that you do. So definitely focus on that and just do it. You don't have a choice. Okay, so let's talk about leveraged marketing. So we talked about you having your own audience, which is your Facebook group. But with leveraged marketing, right, you want to be able to offer your expertise to other people's audiences. Okay, you want to show a genuine interest in what their audience struggles are. It's a great way for you to connect with people and share your resources, your freebies, your Facebook group, your podcast, anything like that that you have to offer. I recommend that you not really advertise in these places unless the person says, oh, you get to pitch at the end, but usually they will let you offer a little freebie and celebrate other wins. So this could be just as simple as joining other Facebook groups. And when people have questions, you go in and answer. Don't pitch because you could be removed from that Facebook group, right? But you want to show that, hey, I really care about you guys. I know this information and I'm just sharing it. I'm not selling anything. And in my group, a lot of people come in and they give value, and at the end they pitch, and we don't approve their post and they're mad. Don't go in with the intent to sell. People don't need to see your pitch for them to be like, "Ooh, I like what she's talking about," right? They're going to know that automatically. They're going to friend request you, or you may start friend requesting some people, but you want to be very passive about the way that you do that. And eventually get those people to your group so that you can be very bold with them. So just make sure that you're not advertising directly in these places. There's also a really big Facebook community on podcasting. If you guys are afraid to be on camera, I do want you to overcome that, but you can actually go on podcasts as a guest, and you can go into this Facebook group, and people will post their podcast. And if you feel that you're a fit, you can apply or just message them. And so that's another great way for you to utilize leveraged marketing. That means you're borrowing somebody else's audience to grow your own audience, to get yourself out there, okay? So I do want to tap into this. So although I believe highly in having a Facebook community, I also believe in leveraged marketing, because I will bring those people to my group from that leveraged marketing. And remember, we talked about the personal profile too, right? So they're going to see your personal profile if they like what you have to say. And if they friend request you, they're going to find their way to your audience. And then lastly, like I said, celebrate other wins and follow the group rules. So do pay attention to the Facebook communities that you join, read their rules, don't break the rules, because they'll ban you, kick you out. And I do know that if you get kicked out of several Facebook groups, or you get put on, sometimes they won't kick you out, but they'll like prevent you from commenting or posting for a while, like kind of like a suspension. Facebook can put you in Facebook jail because they feel like, oh, you've violated these rules. And I know this because it happened to me. So I'm in two groups that do paid marketing, but they don't allow us to actually promote our Facebook group. We can only promote our offers or whatever. But in the comment section, we were posting the group like, oh, come to this community. This is where we're going to be doing it. So both of the people blocked me. So I reached out to them, and of course they were like, oh, Star, no problem. You know, we'd rather you just promote your opt-in page instead of your community, even if it is in the comments. And I said, oh, sure. And they reinstated me. But Facebook, they caught that and they put me in Facebook jail. So I wasn't able to post in any groups for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It was a while. So do be careful to follow the group rules, because if they flag you for something, that jeopardizes your entire account with Facebook. Okay, so it's very important that you guys understand how to market on Facebook. So Tabitha says, lives on Facebook group, that's how I find my clients. See, exactly. So go live. It's a great thing to do. So let's talk about tracking, right? So there's a famous quote by Peter Drucker that says, what gets tracked gets measured. You guys will see me talking about this in my stories all the time, and in some of my live content, because it's very important. And what gets measured gets improved. So if you feel like, you know, I'm going live or I'm doing all these things and it's not working, are you just assuming that, or are you actually tracking your efforts and what you're doing? And tomorrow when we talk about content creation, we also want to track the content, and I'll get into more of that later. But some of the ways that you can go about doing this is by having a lead tracker. You can have a lead tracker, which could be a basic spreadsheet. And if anyone is interested in having like a robust system for a lead tracker, just feel free to DM me. I do have a system that's $47 a month, and you know, I can do a demo and let you guys know about that. But that's something totally separate, but I did want to share that. We also want to track your client acquisition. So what's working in your business? So if you did enroll a client, how did you get that client? Because oftentimes we'll have success in our business and we'll be super excited about it and we'll celebrate those wins. But then when we're not getting clients, it's like, okay, well, this isn't working. Well, what were you doing when you did get clients? What type of content did you create? Were you doing lives? Where did they come from? Did they come from leveraged marketing, from somebody else's Facebook group? Did they come from your own Facebook group? Did they come from the profile? So we need to compound on what's actually working for you and your business. And the only way to do that is by tracking and measuring. And a lot of entrepreneurs are afraid to do this, or they don't want to do it, or they're lazy. So I highly recommend that you do that when it comes to your Facebook group posts as well. So like, what types of posts are performing? What types of posts are going viral? If people aren't interacting with a certain type of content that you're putting in your group, why are you still posting it? Why are you continuing to produce that type of content? And people just do. I watch people do this all the time. They create content just to say, oh, I showed up and I put content out there. Yeah, but your audience doesn't want that, right? So we definitely need to be tracking that. So let's talk about strategies to sell your offers. And we're going to get more into this next week in the sales process, but I'm going to just do a quick overview. You can sell your offers through master classes, workshops, funnels, lives, and written content that converts. Written content is amazing. So I want to share with you guys some of the results that my clients have gotten and continue to get. Here you can see one of my clients. She gets 100 people joining her group every single day. When you have 100 people asking to join your group, they're asking to join, not us bringing them there. Again, they're answering these questions. Guess what you're getting? You're getting calls booked on your calendar on autopilot now, because they're like, yeah, I'm interested, right? And not all of them are going to say yes, but you're going to have a handful of people out of those 100 who want to know about how you can help them overcome some challenge. I have another client who she got her group to 500 members. She has way more now, but at this time she got her group to 500 members. And she started getting organic sales on her Shopify store, and she sold her services faster. She already made her investment back with working with me. I have another client named Phoenix here. Her group was at only 524 people. Do you want to know how much money she made? $45,000 cash in 1 week. She's in the travel niche. I have a client here who helps women overcome healing trauma. Okay, so you can see my clients have very, very different niches. Some are very sensitive, some are money geared, right? But the point is they know that they needed to have that audience. So she did do this, and she actually got clients. She had never gotten high ticket clients before, and I think she got like her first 2K clients paying her in that first month. We also have someone who has an upcoming workshop, and she got 900 people into her group for her workshop. So imagine if you had a workshop and you had 500 people opt in or 900 people opted in, what is that going to do for your business? So much, okay? We have another client here. She made $3,500 from a high ticket. We have a client who sold her first $3,000 package. We have a client who made $7,000 in just a few days. I mean, I have a lot of results that my clients get, but the point is all of these results that I'm sharing with you right here, most of this is built around that audience building, that first tier. That's why it's very important for you to focus on building that audience in that community. So participating in Facebook groups is one of the most effective organic marketing tools for building your business. It's a great way for you to share your work, how you can help people. You get to collaborate with others. So I really highly recommend it because it'll impact your business growth tremendously. When I tell you guys that I grew a group for 2 months, when I brought my product to market, I had over a 10K month. Why? Because I already had the people there ready to buy. So again, just sharing those results with you. You guys could take a look at this if you'd like, but all of this was from them having a Facebook group. So the only program that you need to scale to 10K months within the next year is a 6-month program that will give you a step-by-step process to scale your coaching business. It's called Your First 10K Academy. Inside of this academy, I offer step-by-step training videos. We also have weekly group coaching calls, and we have a Facebook community to serve you. So you can visit starcod.com. That's 2 R's and 2 D's for more information on that. Now, who is this for? This is for the entrepreneur who wants to scale their business. This is for that 9-to-5 employee that's ready to start and grow a profitable online business. I had a 6-figure corporate job, ladies. I know what it's like to want my own business. I walked away from corporate 11 years ago and never looked back. I grew a business. If you want to hit your first 10K month, if you're struggling to get clients and consistency in your business, you have passion, you know how to make a difference, this program is for you. So what makes this program different? Well, first of all, I told you guys, I have a master's degree in business. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in business. I built a 7-figure business offline, as well as a e-commerce Shopify store and a 6-figure coaching business. Both of those are 6-figure businesses. I personally come to you with experience and knowledge. I'm just not some person who just said, oh, I'm a coach, right? Or I got a coaching certification. In fact, I'd rather work with that experienced person than someone who just has a certificate to make that transformation, right? So you get to work with someone who's been in the trenches, who built a Facebook group up to 75,000 people, who has had a 10K month in business after growing an audience, and who has been able to hit 6 figures in the coaching space in 7 months. So let's talk a little bit about what's included. So we're going to work with you on your niche. If you already have a niche and you know it's amazing and incredible, we still want to take a look at it to make sure that it's profitable. We also want to work with you on creating an irresistible offer and product suite. So we look at, do you have a low ticket offer for that entry level person who wants to get to know you, but they don't know enough about you to make that huge investment? We also look at that high ticket offer. If you have money mindset issues and you're afraid to charge high ticket, we work with you around that. So can you bring a $2,000 product to market? Absolutely. 5,000, 10,000. Yes, you can. So we work with you on creating those offers to make sure that they are actually magnetic. Now, a lot of people are afraid of systems and processes, but to me, it's so important. You need to be able to wake up and know what you're doing in your business every day. What do I need to do today? What do I need to do this week? If you have a team, or when you have a team, because if you work with me, I'm all about team building, right? I don't want to scare you guys, but it's important. When I built that $1 million company that we generate over $1 million in sales every year, I cannot do that by myself. I need to have a team. So you might be like, well, I don't want to spend the money, or I don't have the time, or I want to keep all that money to myself. Because I heard a coach say this the other day on her YouTube. She was like, well, I'd rather keep all the profits. Well, now you can be leveraging your time to make more money and double your income and your revenue by having a team member. But we have to have systems and processes in your business for you to be able to eventually move up into that point. Also, we are focused on building that audience. So I have an exclusive training, Facebook groups training, that's going to teach you, how to grow your Facebook group. Even if you already have one, you're going to learn a lot of different strategies that you can make tweaks with your Facebook group so that you can make sure that you are building an audience of actual buyers. And then we'll teach you, how to launch your business. And let me mute over here. How to launch your business, how to do launching strategies, as well as the scaling process in your business. So again, this program is called Your First 10K Academy. It is valued at $10,000. It is $1,000, $997 if you pay in full, but I also have payment plans for you. You can do 3 monthly payments of $388, or you could do 6 monthly payments of $197. Okay, so this, guys, is incredible because you get to work with me and my support coaches every single week, and you get to ask us questions daily. We have a community. So you get those weekly coaching calls that are valued at $3,000. You will, as soon as you enroll, even if you enroll today, you're automatically inside of the academy. You get to book a one-on-one success planning session. So it's going to be a deep dive into your business of what your struggles currently are, where you want to be in your business. We'll guide you on the steps that we know you need to follow, or what you're lacking on. So that call is going to be really important. We also have a Facebook community where you can ask questions whenever you want. And we also use Slack. You can use either one of those channels to communicate with us. We also give critique and feedback on your offers, your copywriting, your sales pages. And I also give my clients templates. So if you don't like technology, guess what? I have funnels for you. You get to just import them into the platform, change your colors, slap your picture on there, and change your copywriting. And a lot of coaches don't do this. Like, I know a lot of coaches who are like, no, we don't give you anything. We want you to come in and we want you to do, all the work and learn the things. For me, I am a strong, firm believer that my clients do need to do the work. I highly believe in that. Like, I will be the first one to tell you that running a business is not easy, because I've been in the trenches of doing it. However, with that being said, I want to make it as easy as possible for my clients, right? So if I can give you a template for a sales page, you better believe I'm going to give you that. If I'm going to teach you how to have a sales call that's unique, that doesn't seem salesy and slimy, I'm going to teach you that strategy. And I'm also going to give you the resources for that. You'll also get access to our training portal, so you can go through that every day if you want to. You get to start in that portal today. You're going to get a bonus. I have an offer called Cash Attracting Offers that's valued at $497, and really it should be priced more than that. But you'll get access to that, and you kind of go through there and learn how I help my clients. You can watch me in real time put together offers with my clients as well. It's a really cool program to go through. You'll get that as a bonus. We also have a milestone tracker where we can see, where you're at, and that's valued at $300, and you know exactly, what you need to be working on, and a cash injection strategy. Again, this program is it's really a $10,000 program. So here's what I'm going to tell you. You get cash attracting offers for $497, but this is the biggest bonus of them all. It's a 6-month program. I want you to work with me for 6 months, and I want you to do the work, but I'm going to give you an additional 6 months in the program for free if you guys enroll this week. So that means you get to be in the academy with me for an entire year for $1,000. You're not going to find that anywhere. You're not going to find that anywhere, okay? And I really, for those, if I have any clients on here, they will tell you, like, I'm very passionate about supporting my clients and helping them get results as well. So it's not just something where, oh, join the program and do the thing. No, I care about you as an individual. Now, if you do the pay in full and you pay the $1,000, you also get access to me for a month, one-on-one on Voxer. And why would you want that? Well, you get to fast track your business and success. So instead of just coming to the weekly calls, you get me in your back pocket. You can just send me a voice memo. We can go back and forth on whatever you're working on so that you can fast track your way there. So that's an incredible bonus that we're offering for pay in full for $1,000, and you get to still be with us for the entire year. So again, just feel free to visit starrcodd.com, starrcodd.com. Join the academy. You will get immediate access to the academy. As soon as you enroll, you're going to get an email with all your login information. Join our Facebook community. You'll get a calendar to book your first one-on-one call. We're not going to leave you hanging and stranded. We want you to start taking action immediately. So join us inside of your first 10K Academy. Again, this is the end results that my clients get. You'll be able to enroll high ticket clients, just like my client, Stephanie. She wanted to start an online service-based business. Stephanie did not have an audience at all. She started with 0. She didn't even own a Facebook group. She became the authority, and people wanted to learn from her. I worked with her to create a magnetic offer and content. Now Stephanie is celebrating enrolling multiple $5,000 clients. She's grown her community to over 5,000 members. You can see here that she has 100 requests coming in every day to join her group. You can see here she booked her first new client, Mastermind 5K client, and she's had several people sign up for her $5,000 offer. So again, join me inside of the academy. Go to starrcodd.com. We want to help you succeed and scale in your coaching business. You can pay in full and take advantage of the amazing, incredible bonuses and kind of have way more access to me up front. That way you can get crushing, or you can do 3 monthly payments if that's easier for you, or 6 monthly payments. And you still get the 6-month bonus in the program, even if you have the payment plan options. So I invite you guys to join me there. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be talking about content creation. I want you to show up to tomorrow's training. Tomorrow's going to be incredible. I'm going to share with you guys the types of content that I created in my business that have allowed me to actually generate sales coming into the business. So tomorrow we'll be here on Zoom live again. If you're in the group and you want to come live to the Zoom, I highly recommend that you do that. Just go to meetwithstarr.com. We'll be live tomorrow here at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So before I go, if anyone has any questions about what we talked about today, Facebook groups, building an audience, any fears that you may have, or if you're interested in the academy or you're joining, feel free to comment below. And let me see if I have any other questions or comments coming through. Facebook has a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to just hang tight for a couple seconds. Spend time, save money, and spend money to save time. Yes, Bernadette's talking about that team building aspect that we talked about. So any other questions or comments? Okay, awesome. So tomorrow is going to be content creation. Anyone who's interested in the academy, feel free to send me a DM or just go straight to my website, starrcodd.com. My name is 2 R's and 2 D's. You'll be enrolled in the academy. You won't regret it. It's an incredible, amazing program. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Excited to have you here. Bye, ladies. Bye, Kenneth, also. Take care now. See you tomorrow.